So guys, I did not expect to make this video this late, especially since my Motorola G3 is absolutely crap because the battery terminals broke off, which I've been extremely depressed by this whole entire day. So yeah, I'm sorry if I sound angry or like I'm about to cry because it is absolutely freaking depressing. I actually want to make a LG video, this video like 2 days ago, but then I got that Motorola phone, and the day before that I just didn't have that much time. But I'm doing it now. RIP LG. About on Friday, well Saturday I got that Motorola phone. This Sunday is no Friday I got no Friday was just a normal day. I think that was the day when it happened that LG sold it, or first day. I think first day. Saturday I got a Motorola phone and took it apart, and today I broke it. So yeah, absolutely amazing day today. Oh my god. There is a way to revive it though. Anyways, RIP LG. We're always gonna remember you. LG has stopped and exited the phone cellular telephone market. The reason why LG played quite a big role in my life is because my first phone ever was the LG G2 Mini, model number LGE LG-D620R. This was my first ever personal smartphone. And yep, this case is new. This is not where it came with. I bought this case ages ago and it's still in amazing shape. The battery is still absolutely amazing in this thing. But the main push down of this phone was its horrendous storage and lack of RAM, and it's pretty freaking darn slow processor. But the pros were its screen looked really nice and clear and colorful back when I got it, and the QHD resolution was better than I thought. I thought it sucked, but when I look at it back now, I can't really complain that much. I mean, 720p on a budget phone was quite that was like 720p was like a ridiculously high resolution at the time. So I did not complain. I mean, it was quite a freaking good display. Battery life was awesome, and yeah, it was just the display and the amazing battery life, and just a simple task it could do, calling, WhatsApping. It was good for that. I never did. I never. It was not my phone to call with. I just used it for playing games and testing out apps. I mean, I spent hours and hours with this phone, and I only have two LG phones in my collection: this L3 Optimus L3 E400 and the D620R LG G2 Mini. I think this is the LTE model with 4G. I highly doubt it's not the 4G model. And this thing has been going on from a lot of strain. And before we're gonna get to the first ever phone of Ruben Phone Collector, we are first gonna switch ourselves to the LG Optimus L3 E400. So this phone was extremely popular. It came with about 300 megabytes of RAM, a Adreno 200 GPU, a Snapdragon S1 CPU, I think, but it was a Qualcomm processor. It came with a absolutely atrocious 3 megapixel camera, absolutely, absolutely shockingly good battery life, and so on. Its major disadvantage was its very low resolution 240p display that had washed out colors, not good sharpness, and just being small. The main nice features of this phone was the small screen and the amazingly nice small size. It's nice and chic looking. It's nice and chic looking body, and just the overall build quality and nice look at the phone. This was my dad's first ever Android phone, I think. I'm not. Yes. After the Samsung Toco or the Samsung SGH F480, his first ever smartphone is the F480, by the way. He bought his first Android phone, the LG Optimus L3 E400. When I got it, it came with a different white battery, and it started boot looping. And I tried everything to get this thing to work because I didn't have an Android 2.3 gingerbread phone back then. I really wanted a Android phone with Android Gingerbread or Android Froyo or just an Android 2 series, just a series of Android 2. That's what I wanted. And I thought, oh my god, it looks so cool, the Optimus UI and all that. And I got it into emergency mode. I wanted to reset it, but it just kept on boot looping and I couldn't get it to reset. And my dad was so smart back then. He literally flashed the original firmware. I didn't know anything about firmware back then. He flashed the original firmware from a really, really bad tutorial. Like, not a good. It was a good tutorial. I'm not gonna blame the person, but the video quality was horrendous and you could barely hear what he was saying. But it was LG Mobile Service Tool or whatever, and he fixed it. And it was a Dutch program as well. I'm not lying. It was Dutch, and it said like, now your phone can go into emergency mode, and then we'll reboot. And it worked after like, I don't know, half a year of trying this thing to work. We tried the original battery, which is still in here. He threw the white one away, which kind of sucks because I could have done a battery test on that one, but it fully works now. And the battery just doesn't want to die, unless on this one. The battery's dead on this one, I can guarantee you that much. Well, I'm gonna charge this boy, the G2 Mini. I'll be back soon when this thing is booted up. Let's just first do a little bit of a boot up. I did a LG startup sounds video, and yep, back then I also only had this one and the G2 Mini, which was my main phone for a freaking long time. I mean, I used this thing until February of 2020. Then I got a Galaxy S5, and then I got the amazing phone I'm recording with right now. And the S5, I absolutely missed that phone. That phone is now on my brother. My brother used it for the shittiest platform ever. He used it for TikTok, Instagram, like the most disgusting program, most disgusting applications. Put it on there. He literally filled up the storage. I can't believe it because when I switched from this one to the Galaxy S5, my mind was blown. 2 gigs of RAM was huge for me. It was ridiculously snappy, although the battery life was horrendous. That's my only complaint, and it heated up so much sometimes that my hands was starting to get so sweaty that I didn't even trust the phone some moments because it was getting this hot. So yeah, those were the only complaints. It's basically like a more unstable, massively overclocked version of this phone with like horrible battery life. But that's Samsung, okay? This thing is also fully updated and battery life is absolutely amazing. Yes, it was on the original firmware. It was on KitKat, but I thought, why not update it? Why not do that? And I absolutely regret it because it didn't look as schemorphic and beautiful and classic as it looked with the old Optimus UI on the KitKat, and it just became ridiculously slow. I'll talk about the history of this thing more, but I'll first take a look at this one and I'll charge this one. As you can see, the device does work, but the battery is totally dead. Okay, so we finally fixed this phone. I had a bit of fun with it. But when I got put it the what? How are you charged? Wait a minute. How is this thing charged? Does it even turn on? Oh yeah, it does turn on. We'll get to that later. Anyways, I installed some apps and it totally got filled up with the storage for some reason. Though it came with a gig of storage, and I thought enough for your apps, as Mr. Phone Arena likes to call it. But no, it definitely wasn't great. So yeah, I put an SD card in here and just put it some apps. And I want to put an emulator on this, but this phone's absolute crap hardware. But it just looks ridiculously nice. It looks really nice. If they made like a bigger, really powerful version of this, like I really want an LG L5 or an L7. I really like those. I really want those, but I don't. And maybe even an L9. Who knows? I really want to get one of those, or like the L3 2. But the L3 2 is not that much of a upgrade, and I think that the Snapdragon hardware is ridiculously overrated when it comes to LG phones. So yeah, it has Play Store support, but Android Gingerbread has no support whatsoever from Google anymore. So that will mean you have to either sideload apps, which is ridiculously hard because like almost all the apps that you can find online are the newest version, which will lead to app crashes. And like 99% of the time it won't install at all. So quite a shitty phone. Let's get back to the G2 Mini. So I got scammed with this phone. Well, on AliExpress, by the way. There's a feature on this phone called Quick View. No, quick window, whatever. You can buy a special case for this phone. And that it's just like the Galaxy S5, but then it's you can get scams, I guess. And that a display with a touchscreen, and you could get off the back, which we'll get on later. This is a really ugly version of the G2 Mini, by the way. Um, oh, I don't want to break. My nails are clipped. Never clip your nails if you were. There we go. And you can hook these up to these pins, which you can trigger. You can trigger. There's a magnet in here. If you put that magnet on this, it will trigger like it's having a quick window mode, and it kind of sucks. So yeah, the insides are this. Oh yeah, it's LTE. I said it. This is the LTE model. It says it right there. It says LTE everywhere. This is the actual original battery. It's not bloated. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a 2440 milliamp hour battery. It's absolutely amazing. It's from 2014, and as you can see from here, it looks really ugly without the back. I mean, it's aluminum though. LG D620R. So yeah, that's the phone. Amazingly nice battery that has like, I don't know, aluminum shielding on it or something. I don't know. Really lovely phone, to be really honest, but it's smashed by its horrendous partner Qualcomm, which made the processor, the horrendous Snapdragon 400. So we'll just boost this up. I think the sound is turned off, and it has an older version, so it will not have the really nice boot up sound. The display looks nice and clear. Sorry for that. This was already there when I got it. Maybe my grandpa dropped it on here, but the reason why he gave it to me, you're probably wondering. Oh my god, this will go away. By the way, don't worry, it will go away. My grandpa said it started crashing and all that, but it did not. It never crashed on me. Surprisingly, this thing never automatically rebooted. Well, maybe it did once or something. I got this one for such a ridiculous long time. Nope, those are not my scratches. What are my scratches though are these little ridges on the side that have gone a little bad. They're a little bit of, yeah. This is like really small amount of damage. The whole display could have been cracked. So I was that one idiot, and I got on the scooter. I got on my bike, and I put this phone on one of those things on the sides, like one of those really big bicycle things. I don't know how to call it in English. I'm sorry. I put this phone on there, and I started doing crazy things with my brother with it. Oh my god, these memories. Um. Oh my god, it's so ridiculous. We'll talk about this thing in a minute. Oh no 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 no! Don't launch Google or YouTube. Um, and it just fell on the ground, and it fell on its screen surprisingly, although it wasn't on its screen. Come on. And yeah, basically sucked. I absolutely hated the button placement on the back. I absolutely ridiculously hated it. Oh wow, ridiculously laggy. Yeah, the Play Store gave it that logo. Like this, I know I didn't film my first ever YouTube videos with this. What I did do though is upload it through this. So my first ever YouTube video and like 3, 4 videos afterwards or something were filmed on a HC Desire Z, like that crazy little keyboard phone. Because I thought, hey, 720p quality, that's perfect for making YouTube videos. And it still is, although I'm filming in 1080p and it's eating up my storage rapidly, so I have to hurry up. Um, but the worst thing is it did not have any YouTube functionality anymore because it was too old. Yes, it did have Play Store functionality, but I don't care. So I got it to the Bluetooth on this thing. The videos could be like 10 minutes long or something, and not longer because, duh, this phone has such a sucky amount of storage, and it didn't even come in like a 16 gig variant or something. It was only sucky 8 gigs. So yeah, I don't recommend buying this phone anytime, even when it was brand new. But yeah, I deleted a ton of stuff, so yeah, and that did not help with storage. I got really angry sometimes that the storage just didn't work and how laggy it is. 400 megabytes of available storage is absolutely horrendous. My storage right now is 64 gigs, and that is almost filled up. And I feel absolutely crap about that because I have to live with 500 megabytes back in the day. And yes, I used this thing until 2020, so I could have done a 2020 video on this thing, but no, that wasn't really possible back then. So yeah, thank God I got this Motorola phone. And you're probably thinking, huh? How did you upload your further videos? Well, with the Alcatel One Touch Star, but that phone is now broken. The battery terminals are gone, just like my stupid Motorola G3. But we'll repair the Motorola G3 though. The Octo Winter Star was a phone that I got from another friend, from a different friend. Oh my god. See how many messages I'm getting. Holy cow. How many messages am I getting? Oh no 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 no. Oh crap. They're giving me an email alert. Okay, all these Gmail things away, otherwise you guys will see my Gmail address. It's still the oh my god, this thing is so laggy. Oh my god, I turned the animations are ridiculously slow because this phone is also ridiculous. See how slow. Oh my gosh. Wait, let me just turn down those animations. Let me just let those animations be really fast to make the phone look really fast. I mean, this phone is ridiculously slow. Let's put them all are on 0.5. There we go. Phone looks to be really fast now, but it's not. And the reason why I did this, no, I don't love wolves. I like them, but don't not love because I hate dogs. Um, see those YouTube. I turned this into a gigantic YouTube button because why the hell not? Um, only LG has this function, and that was my background at first. No, not too laggy. That was my background at first, but I had to delete the app for it, which I really regret because then the background was gone. So I made a little thing of it. And how to do that? Well, just hold this. You have to go to I don't know where to go to. This thing is so laggy. What is the CPU usage like? Talk about CPU usage. Let's just see the specs on this thing. The crappiest processor in the entire universe, the Snapdragon 400. Oh, I hate it so much. Snapdragon 410 is great. It's so much better than the Snapdragon 400. I don't know what Qualcomm did, but they made a disaster and turned it into a dream or something. Why didn't they put the Snapdragon 410 in this thing? I have no idea, but if they did, I would lovely use this phone today. Yeah, it is the LTE. Yep, it is. Snapdragon and no MSM 8226. Never buy a phone with that number in it. 864 max of RAM. I've seen phones with like 900 max. See that horrendous. I mean, I've seen phones with 1.5 gigs of RAM, Samsung specifically. They had Android Nuggets and they had so much. They had like twice the amount of RAM free. Definitely twice the amount of RAM they had free. And yeah, it only has 3.8 gigs internal storage. Are you kidding me? They advertise 8 gigs. No wonder why this thing is so horrendous. Jesus Christ. Android 5.0.2, nothing special about this. Battery is absolutely incredible on this thing. It just never gets bad. Thermal, nope. The thermal just doesn't get hot at all. Fuck, a TikTok ad. Come on. And why did I do that? Well, TikTok is disgusting. Don't ask me why. What is this custom button, you might ask, that I added? It's not a custom button, it's for Q slide, and it's horrendous. Why do you want to run two apps at the same time on this thing? And yeah, these swipe effects were really nice to me because they made it look like the Galaxy S3, which is a phone a million times better than this thing. 8 megapixel camera was absolutely amazing when I got it, but storage, man, storage, absolutely. Ugh. Even a 2 gig SD card can absolutely install like 50 times as much apps, but I didn't have one of those left. I could smash an 8 gig card in here. I have that since like 2 days ago. I discovered that I had one of those in a phone. But no, I mean, if I use this phone today, I mean, I would have already smashed it or something. You can barely even internet on this thing. Let's just load the web page. This is the fastest browser I've ever used. The Opera Mini web browser. So, oh my god, it's oh, see how slow it is. This loads ridiculously slow on my tablet as well, but this is like horrendous. Update available. No. Trust me, I've seen single core CPUs perform better. Oh, Qualcomm. Why didn't LG make phones with MediaTek processors, man? MediaTek is better and cheaper, especially the first one. Oh wow, it loaded pretty darn fast. But this is with a nice and fast browser. If you use like a stock browser, it's gonna be horrendous. I mean, basic interneting is gonna be fine, but I don't say it's perfect. I mean, RAM is horrendous. See, even when you keep the settings app open, for example, and go back, okay, you'll get your chance there. But load up the phone app. It's ridiculously laggy again. Still. Okay, I'll take my word, LG. Yes, I put this on because I absolutely hated using the buttons. This was my YouTube Music phone for a little while. I did not use YouTube Music. I just used the normal music app. You can run Brawl Stars on this thing. That was like one of the last apps I ever tried on this thing. It ran absolutely horrendous, like 20 FPS. And I don't like Brawl Stars. It was just a benchmark, I guess. And the S5 runs it with like, I don't know, 60 FPS, definitely. So yeah, my first ever phone was an LG phone. RIP LG, you were absolutely great. Um, if this phone didn't exist, no YouTube channel, no Ruben phone collector, no 300 subs. Absolutely love the 300 subs. Tell me if I have to do a different video on this thing. This thing doesn't even have that many scratches on it compared to how heavily I use it. But that's because there are a ton of scratches on this case, and this case absolutely deserves it. So yeah, use a flip case. Always use a flip case, boys. They're the best. See you later.